Hello, my name is Jesse Spangler. I'm interviewing my mother, Darlene Almond Spangler. I usually call her Mother. I'm interviewing her for my history class on May the 22nd at 7:06 p.m. Okay, first of all, I'm going to ask my mother about the year I was born in 1994. So, Mother, what can you tell me from that wondrous day from which you shot me out from between your loins?
Well, it was in the middle of the worst ice storm in Tennessee history or Nashville history, so we did not have power. And on Valentine's Day, I discovered that I was having contractions and started timing them early in the afternoon and decided that it was time to go. So I called the doctor, and I was so elated to go to the hospital to have my baby because we had no power and things were getting kind of rough and it was really cold, until I realized we had to get to the hospital on the icy roads, and pretty much thought I was going to have you in the car at a couple times after hitting a couple bumps and being in pain, but we arrived safely, and I was like queen of the ward. It was Valentine's Day. I was the only one there in labor, so I got all the doctors and all the nurses' attention, and they came in and was giving me candy and put me in a really nice room with a jacuzzi. But because my water broke, I didn't get to use the jacuzzi. Your dad was the one in the jacuzzi watching me while I labored in the bed. And your sister was in and out and shuffling around in a robe and waiting for the blessed event. And we were all so excited because it was Valentine's Day, but you got in the first laugh, and you were born at 12:01. So actually, you were born on the 15th. We missed Valentine's Day. But we were thrilled to death with our brand new baby boy.
All right. And how about in 2005, when our first trip to Disney World together?
Well, I waited until you were old enough that I thought you would possibly remember our experience and our trip, and was so excited to take you and to spend the time with you, and knew it was your first plane ride, and everything went well. I think I was scarer of the plane than you were, and I remember looking at you, looking out the window, and wondering what you were thinking and seeing the awe in your eyes. And then when we landed and got to Disney World and got our little room right there in Disney World, you were just so excited, and I had such a great time with you. And I think I loved Disney World as much as you did. And I think we both liked the same ride as much.
Oh yeah, that hang gliding one where it was like 4-dimensional and you could smell things. And
oh, that was awesome. How many times did we fast pass that baby?
like about 5 or 6 or 13.
We definitely got our exercise and went in the pool right there. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was in the shape of a ship.
Yeah, it was a ship. It was one of the kiddie pools, had a ship in it. That was fun.
And then your first view of the ocean.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing the wonder and the awe in your face.
And then I jumped in and got knocked over by the wave, and it like ate me. That was funny.
Uh-huh. And you got your enema with water. And sand. So you got sand blasted is what you got.
Yeah. All right, and last but definitely not least, how about the when we went to go see your side of the family in Pennsylvania for the first time?
Oh, I just couldn't wait to go because the other experiences never offered me the opportunity to take you while you were young, and they were mostly for very, very sad and emotional events. A lot of funerals in a short period of time, so most of the family have never met you, so you were great company going up there and watching out for interesting things to stop at on the way up there. And it was very emotional seeing my family connect with you and saying how much you look like me and how much you acted like me, much to your dismay, and how many of the same qualities that you had that were the same as mine. And just seeing the enjoyment and the connection in your face and the realization in you knowing that you had a whole nother family that you really didn't know and really didn't grow up with, and meeting all your first cousins coming from a family of 8 children. You had a lot of aunts and uncles to meet and tons of cousins, and so I think that was a great experience, don't you?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Because I remember I didn't want to go back home after that. It's because I really liked it up there.
What did you like the most about it, beside meeting everyone?
Well, I think I really enjoyed the climate and the fact that there wasn't so much of the hustle and bustle of the city, since we were in, the small town of St. Mary's, where everybody lived within a mile of each other, of your family. I think some of the most exciting parts of it is when we had the family together and we played volleyball. That was a riot, having everybody bicker back and forth about who scored what and what was a foul, and laughing at Aunt Jody when she fell on her butt right as the firework went off.
So one of the biggest discoveries I think you made too is that everyone in my family has a great sense of humor. So there was plenty of laughter to go around, wasn't there?
Oh yeah. Almost everybody had a story about my grandfather on your side, and something about a drill, and about Jody breaking the glass, and Jody sneaking off to go see this guy at the prom, and Jody doing everything else.
Yeah, Jody was the highlight of my teenage years. But it's definitely totally different up there. The one other thing is, I don't know if you remember or not, but we went up there in July and it got down to 40 degrees and we were still freezing even with the fire. You remember that? Making mountain pies?
Oh yeah.
That was your first experience with mountain pies too.
Yeah, and those were good. Those are some really good creations there. Well, it has been really great talking to you, and thank you for enlightening me more of these events of my past in which I may have forgotten or didn't really remember that much on. And this is the conclusion of my interview with my mother, Darlene Spangler. Thank you.